As our group is spread across different states, we would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we created this presentation on and which you are watching this presentation today. We also pay our respects to elders past and present, as well as to emerging leaders.
Hi, today we'll be introducing a whole school campaign focused on solving a key current issue in HPE. So, children in primary schools experiencing poor nutrition and low knowledge of food. So, in order to improve students' understanding of healthy eating via hands on real world learning, our initiative is focused on a kitchen garden program that is backed up by the Live Life Well at School framework. So while many students eat the recommended amount of fruits each day, very few reach the necessary intake of both fruit and vegetables. So 4.3% of students meet both requirements according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics. So this highlights the obvious need for improvement of food education and hands-on nutrition experiences in schools. During school hours, a large number of students eat less than one serving of vegetables, and 44% of their calorie intake comes from non healthy items. Healthy eating is important because it encourages student involvement, emotional control, and cognitive development, all of which are required for successful learning. In addition, it strongly aligns with the Australian curriculum, HPE, which provides the opportunity for students to investigate how their eating habits affect their health and to gain the skills required to make healthy, nutritious choices. Our initiative and campaign, Growing Well Kitchen Gardens, promotes healthy habits to support lifelong well-being and learning. It is supported by the Live Life Well at School in order to cater those needs. So by growing, collecting, cooking, and tasting food, this strategy helps students learn about nutrition through bringing theory into practical real-world experiences. Children's food knowledge, confidence in growing and cooking, and willingness to trying new foods have all been shown to increase the Kitchen Gardens program. The importance of teacher development in whole school programs is demonstrated by studies showing that when teachers undergo nutrition training, both teachers and students greatly enhance their nutrition knowledge. So this is in line with the Live Life Well at School framework, which offers school community collaborations, professional development opportunities, and evidence-based initiatives to promote healthy eating. Our campaign goals are to boost student confidence and understanding of nutrition via practical, garden based learning, use real life activities to integrate food knowledge into the HPE curriculum, increase teacher skills by continuing ongoing professional growth, and to encourage long lasting behavioural change, improve relationships between the schools, families, and community groups.
Because nutrition is influenced by more than just what happens in the classroom, this campaign aims to use a whole school approach. That means it brings together teachers, students, families, leadership, and the wider community to help to create consistent messages and support around healthy eating. Each stakeholder plays a role in reinforcing these habits across different environments. Teachers embed learning through lessons and hands on experiences like cooking and gardening, while students actively engage and begin to take ownership of their choices. Parents and carers are critical in extending this into the home, ensuring consistency beyond school. School leadership supports the initiative through resourcing and prioritisation, while community organisations and health professionals help to strengthen the program by providing expertise, resources, and real world connections. What makes this campaign effective is that it moves beyond just teaching nutrition and instead focuses on lived experiences. The kitchen garden allows students to see where food comes from, which helps to build understanding and connection. Cooking sessions then develop practical life skills and confidence in preparing healthy food. Daily routines like crunch and sip reinforce these behaviors consistently. Together, these strategies make healthy eating meaningful and engaging and more likely to become long term habits. These strategies are directly aligned with the HPE curriculum as they support students in developing the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to make healthy choices. Importantly, the learning is also applied in real context, which strengthens understanding. The campaign also integrates across other areas such as science, mathematics, and English, making learning more connected and purposeful. Overall, by combining curriculum learning with real life application and community support, this campaign creates a much more effective and sustainable approach to improving student nutrition.
How will the campaign actively involve the school community? To ensure success of our whole school campaign, it is essential that we actively engage all members of the school community, including teachers, students, parents, and external partners. First, engaging as teachers is key to building the program's capacity. We will ensure this program provides strong support for all teachers through targeted professional learning, including training from the Kitchen Garden Foundation. This will ensure that every one of you has the confidence and knowledge to deliver lessons on nutrition, sustainability, and well-being. In addition, we will provide you with access to ready-to-use resources, including lesson plans and activity ideas aligned with the HPE curriculum. This reduces workload and ensures consistency across the board. Secondly, students are engaged through hands-on meaningful learning experiences. The Kitchen Garden program allows students to actively participate in planting, maintaining, and harvesting produce, as well as preparing simple, healthy meals. These real-world experiences help students develop positive attitudes towards healthy eating and physical education. We would also like to highlight additional opportunities for students to take on leadership roles, such as garden leaders, which builds responsibility, confidence, and a sense of ownership over the program. Engaging parents and carers is also an important aspect of the campaign. This will be achieved through regular communication, such as the school newsletter and school social media accounts, which will keep families informed and involved. Parent workshops will be offered to support learning around healthy cooking and gardening at home, not to mention the take home resources such as recipes and simple gardening tips that are already available for us to use. Parents will also be encouraged to volunteer in the garden, strengthening the connection between the school and the wider community. To support the campaign, a range of high quality resources will be used. This includes the Kitchen Garden Foundation program, which provides structured lesson materials and professional learning, as well as the Live Life Well at School framework, which supports healthy promotion in schools. As well as this, on ground level, visual resources such as posters and guides, along with curriculum linked lesson plans, will ensure that learning is engaging, consistent, and easy to implement. Finally, engaging external professional and community members further strengthens the program. At a local level, collaboration with organisations such as Brisbane City Council's Community Garden Network and community spaces like UQ Community Garden can provide gardening knowledge, sustainable education, and opportunities for students to connect with the wider community. These partnerships enhance learning experiences for students while also supporting long-term sustainability of the program.
So this is our proposed timeline of implementation with 5 phases. So within each of the 5 phases, there are explicit instructions of what needs to be done in order for this program to perform well. So within each of the 5 phases, the team assigned to that phase will perform checkpoints to monitor the program and the implementation of the program. They'll make adjustments to the rest of the phases where needed to ensure that the goals outlined are met. And they'll also collect visual evidence within each of the phases, looking at plant growth, student participation, and cooking sessions as well. An evaluation strategy that we'll be using is surveys. So students will be asked to complete surveys each lesson, staff will complete surveys each term, and volunteers will also be asked to fill in surveys on what they saw, any suggestions they have, or feedback they want to provide. So based on our reporting schedule, we can report formally through outlining goals versus our outcomes, looking at key data like survey results and student participation. We can use visual updates through before and after garden photos, snapshots basically, of what we grew and what we cooked. Informal communication looks at newsletter blurbs, social media posts, and assembly presentations. And staff meetings, they can be used to report progress to stakeholders through focusing on what's going on, the curriculum links that we're currently making, and the impact the program is having. So these safety considerations will ensure that students, staff, and anyone entering our program will be kept safe and they're protected. And these policy considerations make sure that we're actively supervising our students, assessing any dangers and taking precautions. We're making sure that we're protecting our workers and students against harm to their health and safety. We're including all our students and supporting them in their learning. We're making sure that when we're food handling, it's done in a safe way. And we're also making sure that our communication to parents is done in a strong and effective way. So this looks like communicating to them about the program, their students' learning, and the implementation process. So through these inclusive practices, the program works to consider the sensitivity and safety of all stakeholders, looking at the differentiated learning, physical accessibility, cognitive support, sensory support, and those cultural links, these all work to make sure that all students, staff, and outside parties feel included and feel safe to come and participate in this program.